Okay, the next is the RBHS PTO, which I believe have provided information that was updated in your board book today.
Kristen is going to speak on them.
And Kristen is going to speak on their behalf.
So for the 2014-15 school year, the PTO membership increased to 390 families, and as a result, their income increased as well, since their primary income is due to memberships. And the remaining income was through business sponsorships, donations, and sales from the RB Boutique and sports and clubs decals, which I'll explain in a little bit. So their current balance is $7,481. So the PTO sponsors a variety of events throughout the year that really encompass 4 broad categories, including community outreach, recognition, enrichment, and communication. So some of the big events during first semester were the Freshman Family Welcome, which is held the first Monday prior to the start of the school year for freshmen and their families to meet the administration and counselors, for the parents to ask us any questions, and for students to go on a scavenger hunt throughout the school to get more familiar with it. They also do the staff welcome back breakfast, open house reception, the breakfast for Veterans Day assembly, and they also participate in We Are RB, which is where the junior high students come over to learn about the sports and activities that we have to offer. Second semester, they sponsor the Staff Appreciation Luncheon, Senior Awards Reception, as well as the Day of Service. And as we talked about before, this year, despite the horrible weather, they still had over 200 people show up and volunteer that day to clean up the communities in 24 different sites, and they also had over 30 local businesses donate to make that day possible. Pam Powers also wanted to acknowledge Dina Sanchez, who's really organized the entire event for the past 2 years, and her twin daughters have graduated this year, so somebody will be taking her place next year. They also ran 3 new events this year. One was the RB Boutique, which was a huge hit, and that was led by Kathy Parisi. So this was basically a pop-up boutique where people throughout the community donated gently used dresses from dances and accessories, shoes and jewelry, and they also had local businesses and communities donate hair and makeup products and different services as well. 37 volunteers worked to make that happen, and they had over 100 people attend the event and made over $1,000. And in the future, they'd like to donate that back to RB to offset some of the costs for prom. But they were excited because not only did RB students attend, but girls from other local high schools attend, and Addison Trail wants to start their own boutique next year. One of the other new things they did this year is the sports and club decals, which was a new fundraiser for them that they sold at residency to put on the lawn signs, but they can also be on windows, on notebooks, etc. So they hope to expand that next year. Next year, they also plan to provide students with a leadership training opportunity similar to JKB, which was a leadership opportunity for athletes, but to work with me and the administration to provide an opportunity for some of our students that are involved in activities to learn some leadership skills and bring them back to RB. They also offer staff grants, and so some of the grants that they were able to support this year were to bring in a speaker for a poetry slam, to support our positive behavior initiatives, some equipment for the RBTV studio as they look to transition some of their equipment to HD, and then funds to help support some of the students that were unable to go to prom financially. The other thing that they do throughout the year is they try to offer at least 3 informational presentations for parents to attend. So there were Who You Should Know at RB to help your child succeed, student services so parents could learn about all that was offered and available through student services, through the guidance counselors and social workers, and then finding summer enrichment opportunities, not just at RB, but throughout the United States. Lastly, the new exec board is seated, and they'll be meeting in the next couple of weeks to talk about all of these ideas and how they want to expand on them in the future, as well as some new ideas that they have. And lastly, which I think you'll hear from the music sponsors, but they wanted to note that the music sponsors are applying for their own 501c3 and will no longer be under the PTO umbrella for next year.
And I verified the PTO does have everything that's under the board policy. There's updated bylaws, financial, meeting minutes and agendas on their website.
Any questions or comments from the board? On this side? Any over on this side?
Just a thank you.
Thank you,
Thank them
PTO.
for us.
And if you schedule day of service with no rain, that'd be better, so.
We'll work on that.